complimentary. With those words, I wish you a great conference. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shiv Khera, a round of applause for him there. I saw you all enjoying his entire speech, his entire talk, and a very happy moment at the end happened there. So can we all do this together? Yes, we can. Can we do this together, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we can. Fabulous. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Shiv Khera, for joining us here this morning. It's been a wonderful session with you. I'd like to invite forward Mr. Dharmesh Jain from MCHI Credai and Mr. Vishal Gupta from Credai Bhiwadi to kindly present our guest speaker this morning with a token of our affection. Please join me here on the dais, sir. मिस्टर शिव खेड़ा, आपका इतना अच्छा लगा हमें जो आपने कहा कि मन किया हम सुनते ही जाएं, पर अगर येस वी कैन अचीव करना है तो स्केड्यूल पे रहना पड़ेगा. वंस अगेन आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आज आप यहाँ आए और हम सबसे आपने ये बातचीत करी. थैंक यू. एंड थैंक यू बोथ जेंटलमैन फॉर डूइंग द ऑनर्स. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, वन लास्ट टाइम, मिस्टर शिव खेड़ा. लेडीज़ एंड जेंटलमैन, हर किसी इंसान का एक सपना होता है कि उसका एक घरौंदा हो, एक घर हो, एक छत हो जो उसके परिवार को पूर्ण जीवन के लिए सुरक्षित रखे. पर क्या हर कोई एक मकान खरीद सकता है? क्या हर किसी की जेब उसे ये इजाज़त देती है? शायद नहीं. और शायद इसलिए आप सबके हाथों में हैं करोड़ों के घरों के सपने. एंड दैट इज़ वाई this session with Mr. Shiv Khera couldn't have been better timed. Because in the session coming up, we are going to explore how real estate industry is priming itself to say yes we can to affordable housing and working towards developing a new growth story. How can affordable housing offer a huge opportunity for profitable business? What can the public sector and the private sector do to make this endeavor successful? What are the policies that can serve as enablers? These are some of the questions that are bound to come up in this exciting upcoming session being chaired by the President-elect Credai, Mr. Gitambar Anand. I'd like to invite him forward, please. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly settle down. I'd like to also invite forward to moderate this session Ms. Priyanka Sambhav, Editor, Consumer Affairs, CNBC Awaaz, who hosts the very popular and equally potent consumer grievance redressal show, Pehredar. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to kindly settle down, please. I'm inviting forward the session chair, the moderator, and our speakers, with due respect. Thank you very much. Please settle down. I'd also like to invite forward on stage our speakers for this session, Mr. Raghav Garg, Director, Landcraft Developers. Mr. Raghav Garg is currently working on developing socially responsible business models. He's currently leading Dinesh Nagar, a low-cost housing project 40 kilometers from Connaught Place in Delhi. His primary focus is in housing and skill development for urban poor and policy awareness and research among the youth. He comes armed with a BA, LLB and a management degree from the London School of Business. I'd also like to invite forward Mr. Vikram Jain, Lead Low-Income Housing Practice Monitor, Deloitte. Mr. Vikram Jain heads the low-income housing practice within Monitor Inclusive Markets. He is responsible for defining the low-income housing agenda and managing relationships in the ecosystem, including developers, housing finance companies, and the government. His focus is to increase low-income housing supply, deepen the affordability of homes in the urban income pyramid, and engage with the government to catalyze the private sector housing market. And next, I'd like to invite forward Mr. Manish Srivastav, CEO, Muthoot Housing Finance. Over 20 years of experience, 13 of which were spent at HSBC across various retail banking areas. He's worked across the financial and consumer product industry and is putting this to use in building Muthoot Housing Finance's business targeted at the low-income business segment. Welcome to all of you here on the dais, and I now hand it over to you, please. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, kindly settle down, please, and place your mobile phones on silent.
So good morning. I'm sure आप सभी ने बहुत ही soulful morning बिताई है after partying last night a lot. Thank you all of you for being here. हम ये affordable housing पर चर्चा करने वाले हैं और क्रेडाई के एनुअल समिट में आप सभी का मैं फिर से एक बार स्वागत करना चाहूँगी और हम इस सेशन में बात करने वाले हैं अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग पर जो शायद हम सभी के दिल के बहुत करीब है लेकिन ग्राउंड रियलिटी ये है कि कुछ ज़्यादा हो नहीं पा रहा है चाहे आप बड़े शहर में रहते हो या छोटे शहर में रहते हो भारत के पूर्व में रहते हो उत्तर में रहते हो दक्षिण में रहते हो पश्चिम में रहते हो अपने घर का सपना हर कोई देखता है लेकिन अगर आपको अपना घर चाहिए तो या तो आपकी जेब भरी होनी चाहिए या फिर बैंक और वित्तीय संस्थान को आप में वो पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट नज़र आना चाहिए जो आपको सालों साल तक ईएमआई चुका सकता है और अगर इन दोनों कैटेगरी में आप फिट नहीं बैठते हैं तो मुझे लगता है आप अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग का बस इंतज़ार ही करते रह जाएंगे क्योंकि फ़िलहाल अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग में क्या हो रहा है कितना कम हो रहा है हम ये हमेशा बात करते हैं लेकिन आज हम अपने खास पैनल के साथ समझेंगे कि क्या कुछ हो रहा है क्या चुनौतियां हैं और क्या कुछ आगे किया जा सकता है क्योंकि रोना तो काफ़ी रो लिया कि अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग बस एक ब्रांड बनकर रह गया है लेकिन समझते हैं इन स्टेक होल्डर से कि आखिर अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग में इनके क्या प्लान्स हैं तो इनसे बातचीत शुरू करें उससे पहले हमारे सामने विक्रम जैन लीड लो इनकम हाउसिंग प्रैक्टिसेस मॉनिटर डिलॉयट से एक प्रेजेंटेशन रखने वाले हैं कुछ तथ्यों के साथ और बताने वाले हैं कि अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग में अभी हम किस पायदान पर खड़े हैं तो विक्रम जैन
Thank you. I have been, firstly, thanks for the opportunity for having me over here and presenting to an audience. It's a little bit humiliating to follow Mr. Shiv Khera, but I'll nevertheless proceed. I have about 7 minutes, and I'm going to talk about 4 things today, which is, A, there is a huge opportunity in low-income housing. What is this? Who are the customers? So a little bit of touch on that. B, we believe that there is a strong business opportunity. So you can actually make a lot of money doing this. The third thing is, what is really happening? Is it all a myth? Is it just something that we hear and 1 or 2 people are trying? What is really happening in low-income housing in India today? And finally, I want to just leave with the thought that government is actually playing an active role in promoting this space. So we'll start with the first one. But before we go, I want to just give a little bit of introduction about ourselves, who I am. My name is Vikram Jain. I'm leading the low-income housing practice in Monitor Deloitte. We are a cost recovery consulting firm where our whole thesis is that you need to create new business models to serve at the bottom of the pyramid. Again, it's completely market-based and profitable. So we do a lot of research, but we just don't leave it at the research. We actually handhold companies to go and implement on these business models. We've been working in low-income housing, clean drinking water in urban slums, and rural sanitation. In housing, which is really the topic for discussion today, we've worked with a number of developers. We started to get them excited. As you can see, the number of developers we got into this space. We helped, once the housing came, we helped housing finance come in. We worked with Muthoot, Manish is here from there. We worked with MHFC. We've done a lot of work with government, both at the center and at Odisha, to formulate policy that is conducive for this sector. And finally, our strength is really the customer and a deep understanding of who the customer is. So who is this customer? I mean, the customer we are talking about is typically someone who earns 10 to 25,000 rupees a month. He lives in not very good conditions today in metros, but is able to save some money and has aspirations of the middle class. The solution that we are talking about is a housing which is clean, has a clear title, provides him with, lighting, water, electricity, and really moves him away from renting in very poor neighborhoods. What is the size of this market? Now, government gives a number of 22 million as the housing shortage. Yes, there's a 22 million housing shortage. But we believe there's a much larger number when you look at the housing demand. Because the demand is also from people who are renting and who want to buy ownership housing. Again, all of these segments, if you look at the chart, there is a whole segment of society which is earning less than 10,000 rupees a month, which cannot be served by the private sector, has to have some sort of government intervention to come in and serve. So we are not talking about that market. Above that market is a market which is people earning between 10 and 25,000 rupees a month. This is a market which we believe can be served by the private sector with private sector capital on private sector land and still be a profitable business. So my presentation is going to focus on this, and this is for housing which people can afford of under 10 lakhs. So if you're earning up to 25,000 rupees a month, roughly 40 times your monthly income is about 10 lakhs that you can earn, 10 lakhs that you can afford. The idea is very simple. It's really a small flat. This is a 229 square foot carpet flat, which is a 1 BHK. And if you look at it, we actually got some leading architects to design a home. There's no wastage of space. The corridor between the hall and the bedroom acts as the kitchen. It technically is not even a kitchen, it's an alcove. So if something is for 229 square foot, even if saleable is about 400, 2,000 rupees per square foot, you have a flat for 8 lakhs. So rough dynamics are 2,000 rupees a square foot, 400 square foot saleable area, and you're going for a flat for 8 lakhs. I won't go into the business model, given we have only about 7 minutes. But these are some pictures. These are real pictures of flats being sold in Pune by a developer called Vastu Shodh for under 10 lakhs. Feel free to browse his website. This developer has done 5 projects. So obviously, this is not his first and the only project. He's done 5 projects. There are interesting things, like there is a lot of open space, but there are no clubhouses, there are no swimming pools. Balconies are not there on the flats, because why give the space outside when you can give it inside? So there's some design considerations, but broadly what I want to say, this is high quality construction offered to these people, but in small flats. Only when you enter the building do you realize that the flat is small. Otherwise, from outside, you could think of it as any other middle class project. Once housing started coming up, what we found was the majority of the customers in this segment were people from the informal sector. Banks were lending only high-ticket loans to formal sector people. What we then realized was majority of this is going to be informal. So we built a business model on how to credit assess and lend to informal sector customers. These are customers who don't have income proof, like your taxi driver, like your auto rickshawala or a tailor on the street. And we helped start Muthoot Housing Finance. We helped start MHFC to get into this business, and I'm sure Muthoot is going to talk more about it when he comes about. But today the important point is there are 10 housing finance companies lending to informal sector customers. So when you come up with projects which are targeted to low-income customers, be sure that there are a lot of housing finance companies willing to lend to them, and that is their business. They're not doing it for charity, they're doing it because that's their business. So what is happening today? We did a study of 22 cities. We actually hired a market research firm and walked the streets to find out what is happening in India, how much housing is coming up, is this all talk or is there something really happening on the ground? We looked at over 2,300 projects on the outskirts of cities, and we actually found 132 projects in 22 cities selling housing for under 10 lakhs. And this is between June 2011 and Jan 2013. So in that 18-month period, we counted ourselves 30,000 units being launched and available to buy in India. When we had done a similar study a while ago, the count was much lesser. What was interesting was where are these projects? This is about the number in each circle is the number of projects in that city. And what you see is that there are 3 cities, Mumbai, Ahmedabad and Indore, where there are a lot of low-income housing projects coming up. Interestingly, those were also some of the cities which had a few activities when we had done the survey earlier in 2007. So great to see a lot more developers coming in, about, as I said, 132. Also great to see from a customer perspective, if you are in Ahmedabad, you have a choice of 10 projects, over 10 projects to choose from where you can buy a low-income housing project. So the market is beginning to work. These are all private projects built by private developers with no subsidy element. I'm not talking about government subsidized housing here. So it was great to see that from a customer perspective, finally there's a quality product offering from private developers who are keen to build a brand and serve this segment and this segment only. I won't go into this detail, but typically this is about 15 kilometers outside the city on arterial roads. I guess you guys are more aware. By the way, everything, all this presentation, a lot of the other reports that I have is available to download from our website for free. All our work is being funded by World Bank or foundations, and all of the information that we have is freely available for you to use. Housing finance, as I mentioned, about 10 companies are serving them. They have lent a total of 1,000 crores in loans to people, and all of these loans are under 10 lakhs. This is a distribution of where they are. As you can see, there's a good spread of housing finance available for this segment throughout India. And just 5 years ago, there's none of it around. So from our perspective, if you think of the equation, there is a customer who's willing and is capable. There is housing finance which is ready and available. The missing piece is really you guys need to make the housing for under 10 lakhs which can be served to this segment. The NPAs of all these housing finance companies is near zero. It's much better than some of the larger players serving middle class. We've done a lot of work with government right from the beginning. We've been in this space for the last 7 years trying to promote it with NHB, Mahupa. We've advised the government on the Affordable Housing Task Force. We've developed the conducive policy in Odisha. So if there are CREDAI members from Odisha, they must have interacted with us. But all I want to say is that in the government circles, there is a strong realization that private sector has to play a part in bridging the housing gap. Government alone cannot do it. Of course, there are some segments that the government needs to serve, but a large part of the market is open and available for you guys to serve. With that, I conclude. Thank you.
थैंक यू मिस्टर जैन, थैंक यू सो मच। ज़ाहिर तौर पर विक्रम के प्रेजेंटेशन से हमें ये ज़रूर पता चलता है कि पिछले 5 साल में अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग के स्पेस में काम हुआ है, लेकिन मुझे जहाँ तक लगता है काम बहुत धीमी गति से हुआ है, और इस गति को कैसे तेज़ रफ्तार बना सकते हैं इस पर हम अपने पैनलिस्ट की राय लेंगे। लेकिन उससे पहले मेरे साथ है राघव गर्ग, डायरेक्टर लैंडक्राफ्ट डेवलपर्स, और यहाँ पर इनका नाम लाना बहुत ज़रूरी इसलिए भी है क्योंकि शायद दिल्ली एनसीआर में ये वो पहले डेवलपर है जो एक बहुत ही शानदार अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग का प्रोजेक्ट लेकर आए हैं। कनॉट प्लेस से बस 40 किलोमीटर की दूर पिलखुआ नाम की जगह में दिनेश नगर में इनका अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग का प्रोजेक्ट बन चुका है। लोग रह रहे हैं और ये अपने अनुभव यहाँ हमारे बीच में शेयर करके बताएंगे कि आखिर इनका ये सफ़र कैसा रहा अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग के साथ। पहला प्रोजेक्ट है राघव जी के लिए भी। राघव।
Thank you. Thank you, Vikram, for coming. More than 2-minute video of a project.
अब मुझे किसी प्रकार का टेंशन नहीं है यहाँ पर रह करके, लेकिन यहाँ पर आकर के एक सुकून से है कि चलो अब मुझे कुछ करना नहीं है, यहाँ शांति से है। अपने हस्बैंड सुबह जाते हैं, शाम को आते हैं।
मेरे अकॉर्डिंग तो मुझे लगता है कि सब कुछ बेस्ट ही है। पानी की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
The joy and pride of owning a house. Thousands of low-income households across India are now feeling financially empowered to secure a home for themselves. From Pune to Ahmedabad to the National Capital Region, we came across many success stories of low-income families who are experiencing what it means to have the biggest security in life, a home.
इतनी कम बजट में और जो 56 स्क्वायर फीट है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग यहाँ पे जो भी इन्होंने मॉडल किचन दी है ओपन, वो बेस्ट है।
Today, a number of developers across parts of India are providing one-bedroom flats in well-planned group housing societies for just under 10 lakhs.
दिवाली पे हम दीवार पे लिखते हैं शुभ लाभ, तो उसी कड़ी में हमने ये प्रण लिया कि चलो भाई अब काम जो करेंगे वो लाभ के साथ साथ शुभ भी हो।
Dinesh Nagar on the NH24 near Ghaziabad is one such project developed by the Garg Group.
A roof over the head and the dignity